May the 4th, underwhelming. So, Riley, what do you think about this? I want to share the screen here. This was obviously the highlight, right? That I would say of the day, considering, we were expecting a lot of different things. And we really got, I guess you could say, probably one thing that is like super, super coveted, right? And it's actually
Right.
this Sidious right here, right? So, this Darth Sidious from the Clone Wars, which we will talk about specifically, was probably the highlight of the show of the May the 4th that most people were expecting a little bit more. Riley, I was going a little bit bolder. I told Carlos and I think some others, I was very much expecting that if there was any time they were going to put up the pre-order for Dark Side Anakin 2.0 with a light side head sculpt that is DX, that is labeled Kenobi, this was the time. Right. The only other time I can think of is the upcoming anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, which would be, I think, in 2 years. So that's a long time, right?
It's a long
Riley,
time.
what do you think? Was May the 4th underwhelming? What did we expect overall? And actually, before you answer, we have another guest here.
Here he is.
The Mr. 1-6 Wrestling himself. What is going on, Nick?
There he is.
General manager, the Joe manager himself of 1-6 Wrestling. How's it going, folks? Nice to see you all.
Niche Collectibles.
Go,
yeah,
Niche. Let's do it.
Nick. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you
Niche
never know.
is the evil one.
Well, because Niche jumped into the show and pretended to be you, from what I remember. So I don't really know who
he
I'm
has the
talking
crazy
to right
face. So
no, Niche has the crazy face.
Well, you have that though. You look like that. So
no, I can't do a crazy face. No, I can't. That's all him.
Okay. That's what they say. All right. Well, anyway, Niche / Nick. So good to see you, bro. And Riley, to answer this question, then we'll have Nick jump in. What do you think? Was May the 4th underwhelming? Did you expect more? What do you think overall?
Okay, so yeah, first off, I'd say that with these two announcements, they're really just amazing. They're really amazing releases for sure. That's firstly I want to say. I think the main reason why we find this one a little underwhelming is just because of what we've seen in the past. I mean, last year, obviously, that was a huge year for Hot Toys. But people make a great point. Last year, we got a lot of no head sculpt characters. Like we got a droids, C-3PO, R2, but not like a iconic head sculpt character. So maybe has to do with it. But this year we got Palpatine. You get the likeness to the man himself. So I think that was pretty cool. But I'd say for people, it kind of depends. For people who didn't, I know there's a lot of people out there who didn't really expect a lot. Like they were going into May 4th saying Hot Toys didn't do any teasers. I'm getting a little worried. I think that it might just be kind of a slow year this time. And for people who thought that, they were pretty much right. They got it right on the money. And we got Attack of the Clones stuff. The only thing I'd say that's underwhelming in my eyes, because I love the releases they did, but I feel like they didn't do enough personally. I think 2 announcements wasn't really enough to get that oh my God, this is really exciting. This is really hype. When it was last year and they did 5 and they were doing one every 20 minutes, people were going wild. It was going crazy with everyone's streams. There was so much stuff more to talk about, but particularly this year, I feel like it's more just okay, we can talk about Palpatine, we can talk about Fox, and then we'll move on. It seems like just an ordinary week for Hot Toys when it comes to Star Wars. This could have happened anytime. That said, Palpatine was really cool. I'm a huge Clone Wars fan, obviously. I mean, I got the Clone Wars 20th anniversary jacket on. You already know it. So I was super happy about these. Clone Wars is a big thing for me. And Palpatine, I think I'm definitely going to pick that up because that and the Clone Wars shelf is going to look really badass. And like I said, Howard Chan is really loving the Clone Wars line, like I talked about. It's pretty crazy how many releases we've gotten from it. I do understand why people are upset we got no Return of the Jedi, but another point is that it is a 40th anniversary for the whole year, so maybe they're not done yet. I remember December or November, the final month before the 20th ended, we got Padme, Anakin, all these other Mace. They ended off on a high note for the end of the year. So I'd say maybe wait. I think we'd get more from Return of the Jedi. Another thing I really want to quickly say is for Return of the Jedi, I watched it in theaters a couple days ago. It was really cool. I feel like with that movie particularly, there wouldn't be as much Hot Toys could do that would sell extremely well, in my opinion, that they haven't already done. We got a Palpatine that looks amazing. We have so many Luke Skywalkers. We have we got the announcement of the Return of the Jedi Vader. So I feel like this time around, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like with that particular movie, what really could they do that would really sell extremely well? And I feel like there's not as much in comparison to Attack of the Clones. Mace Windu, that's a huge character. Young Anakin, that's a huge character. Padme, a lot of big stay characters. But personally, I think there's going to be more in Return of the Jedi. I just think we got to wait for it. But I personally thought, I was with you, Will. I thought we were going to get a little bit more this time because I feel like Star Wars is really hot at the moment. And when the night we only saw 2, everyone was like, hold on, it's not over. Let's see what's going to happen. We're still waiting. And then even another day ended, and unfortunately, we didn't get anything. But I'd say let's not get too disappointed. At the end of the day, it's Hot Toys' business. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and yeah, I'm still super excited. It was a May 4th day, and we got Star Wars, so I wasn't really too mad about it. I was just maybe expecting a little more, but overall, I'm fine with it.
I think sometimes we as Riley, we do get our hopes a little bit high, but I am with you. I found this very underwhelming, unfortunately. I found this to be a very disappointing May the 4th. Just there were some updates. One thing we can show actually, that Obi-Wan head sculpt has definitely been updated. They definitely updated that a little bit. The Obi-Wan Kenobi head sculpt. It's still not great. I would say it's better than it was. He has no upper lip though. I don't know.
It's always the mustache.
Yeah, it's the mustache that throws.
hard to
Hot Toys cannot seem to get that right. So this head sculpt in its current state, I hope it doesn't come out looking like that. It very well may though. At this point, maybe too late in the game to change it. But I was expecting a little bit more, Riley. I was expecting maybe that Emperor 2.0 that we were hoping on getting, maybe a dark side Anakin.
I thought Cal was coming. I mean, why do you do a trooper the week before May 4th and then you don't do a Cal? Like,
I would have thought, Riley, that they would have come out with something to sort of, I mean, the Sidious is pretty good, right? I think most people are generally excited for it, but I don't know that it like slams the hammer down in exclamation point where collecting the world is just going, oh my God, like a dark side Anakin would, or maybe a Return of the Jedi Emperor or something, right? Or maybe in Revenge of the Sith Emperor, like a Palpatine, right? Yeah. Maybe they're waiting for the anniversary to do that one, but that's 2 years from now. So
yeah.
I don't know, man. But Nick, what do you think about this? I mean, was this May the 4th underwhelming? What did we expect too much or too little? What do you think?
I don't know. I was at least disappointed. And I feel like I wasn't really expecting much. Honestly, I was going in just really wanting to Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
Like they got my hopes up. They got my hopes up the week before when they announced that trooper. And I was like, oh man, bro, you're announcing a trooper? That's it. You're gonna do Cal. But I don't know. Now that May 4th has passed and we got no Cal, I got this scary feeling they're not going to make a Cal. I just got this this feeling that they're not going to do it, bro. Because I was telling Riley and the others, I was like, they made figures for Battlefront, like that game, and they only made troopers. They didn't make like Iden Versio. They didn't make any of the Inferno Squad, or any of the characters from like the game storyline to at all. So it's not unheard of, and hey, we've seen it before where they've made characters from a movie and they don't make the main character. Like, I think one of the obvious ones was Lone Ranger. They made like Johnny Depp's character and they didn't make the Lone Ranger, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even make the main character of the movie. So yeah, I really want a Cal. So that's really why I'm disappointed. I didn't really expect too much, but I think the Emperor looks okay. I'm a big Emperor fan. I wasn't super impressed by it. I will say once we saw it more like in hand, like I saw pictures of it on Secret Base, I thought it looked better. I don't think the promo, like the actual promo pictures looked that good of it, but in hand it looks pretty good. And then the clone trooper, I don't know. I don't even know. I gotta be honest, I don't know who Fox is. He looks alright.
Nick, what about Mace? The head sculpt, did you like seeing it in person? I mean, does it look better to you?
Did they update Mace? I actually didn't notice.
No, I mean, I don't think so. Padme looks like she's been updated a little bit.
Padme looks different, right?
You can see that they even showed a photo in a nice little video and all that type of stuff. So, I mean,
Yeah,
she looks pretty
slightly
good.
Different. Yeah, no, I think Padme, even like when they did announce her, I thought she looked pretty good. I don't know. The Mace is iffy too. I was always iffy on that Mace. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
there's something about
even
his eyes.
Here.
I don't know. There's something about his eyes that just looks off. Oh my God, that Hayden though.
Yeah, the hate. Well, someone commented and I actually thought it was pretty interesting. They said the hair looks kind of helmet-like, and I was like, I do kind of see that, but it still looks great to me. That head sculpt is
his hair. His hair in that movie is hard to recreate because it's very like he has a lot of. He's got a lot of hair there, like where they sculpted it, but he's got a lot of baby hairs coming down, and it's hard to like if you sculpt it, like it wouldn't work because it would look too much. So
I think that's the best they could have done.
Yeah,
because that Mace that's still off. That's all.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't like it.
It's his eyes or something. Yeah.
It's the eyes. It's like maybe 70% there, 75.
Yeah.
It's who it's supposed to be. It's kind of like Qui-Gon though. You know what I mean? Qui-Gon was a decent sculpt, but it wasn't perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think it's like that. But so Nick, what were you expecting? Were you expecting maybe something a little bit more of a banger, like an Anakin or something?
Well, no, I gotta be honest. I only went in with I just want a Cal. I want Cal Kestis. Okay. He's one of my favorite characters, so I really wanted a Cal. And I did have a little bit of hope that we would get like an Emperor 2.0. I know a lot of people didn't want it, and I kind of don't want it, because I have him, but I want different face sculpts. That's my main issue with that first Palpatine is I want other face sculpts than smiling. And then we get this one, he's smiling. And
you hate smiling sculpts.
Well, no, I don't hate smiling sculpts. I like them. I just want more options, bro. We won't talk about that. But, like,
it's gonna be updated.
But here's the thing, bro. As someone who likes to take photos, I like different options because it's not like fun when they're always in the one. If he's like just smiling, it very limits you. It limits you to what you can do with it, like photo wise. You know what I mean? Like you can't have him in a photo with Darth Vader being killed, and he's like, like you know. Like,
I knew it was niche.
Yeah,
it was lit. That sounded like him.
Yeah, see.
God damn it.
See, you've been outed, bro. You've been outed.
Yeah, I have been.
I thought the end one was gonna happen personally.
Oh, you know what? You guys
now
have
that it's not here,
too.
if it's not here, like I said, I think it's never happening. If it didn't happen this way, I really don't think that.
What is that, Riley? What do you think's not happening?
The end one. I thought if it would happen today, this was the time. But now that it's not, like I feel like when are you gonna do it?
They put it on the coming soon section along with those Inquisitors, but.
Yeah. So maybe next week, I don't know.
It could.
You're gonna have to talk to me about this one because I don't understand why they would make those Inquisitors. Do you guys? I'm not sure I get why you would do that. Yeah, like
bro, come on. How are they gonna make them and not the shoot? What number was she? The sister from Fallen Order. I love her.
Oh, dude, second sister. She was awesome.
Second sister.
And she had an arc.
Good.
She actually had a story.
Oh my god. Dude,
yeah,
she was so good. She looked badass. Like, oh man. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah, and like so, and look, these Inquisitors, they look cool, right? They did absolutely nothing. Look cool. Absolutely nothing in the show. Like, I mean, look, that's fair. And this comes from someone who loves the Knight of Ren.
I was about to say they're like the Knights of Ren.
I love the Knights of Ren, and they did almost nothing, but they did more than these two. So
did
they at least fought Kylo.
Oh
and
yeah, they
did.
They fought. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, to be fair, Hot Toys makes some pretty like they made a She-Hulk. I don't think a lot of people are gonna like.
But she was the main character.
She was the main character.
Yeah, but like they do make a lot of weird stuff. Like,
but and maybe it's because the likeness is not as expensive because it's kind of like almost not their likeness. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it looks good though. Like I feel like there are people who would buy it.
But like,
for sure.
I feel like this is a waste of a slot. I feel like how are you gonna make these two guys? I was gonna say something mean, but how are you gonna make these two guys? But you're not gonna give us like Grief Karga, who's a main character.
Right.
He's a main character of Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's
all right. Fair. You didn't give us Cara Dune at the time, which it's not gonna happen now. But like at the time, you could have made her.
Did you see Mars Toys is about to make?
I did. It looks all right.
Yeah.
It actually looks not bad.
I probably wouldn't pick it up anyways, but it still looks cool.
I won't either. But
yeah, none of us would get it. But
I love. We're all like, "Yo, did you see it? Oh yeah, I'm not getting
it." Yeah, I'm not getting it, but it's dope though.
I mean, yeah, they made so many like. I mean, they gotta stop don't make characters like this and make characters who are actual like main characters. Like make Grief Karga. Don't make this guy. I'd rather have a Grief Karga than this guy. I don't even know his name.
Is he fifth brother? Fifth brother. Yeah.
That's right. He's just a brother. He doesn't have a name. That's right.
The thing is, these also kind of work in like for people who watch Rebels. I recently watched it's like the animated shows, so I think people would pick these up to kind of like fit it into that Rebels aspect. But I don't know. Well, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, that would be more for a completionist, and Riley, that will lead us into one of our topics about buying Hot Toys and how many you buy. But I mean, but I will say, so Nick, yeah, I'm with you and Riley both on this one. I was a little surprised that, look, if these go up for pre-order, I would be like, I'm just not quite understanding. Maybe they're super cheap to make. That can be my only estimation of it, because I'm not sure why you would make these two and not dedicate efforts, like you said, to another Anakin or to something else that would probably move a lot more.
Better Obi-Wan sculpt.
Right, a better Obi-Wan sculpt, right? And and Grief Karga, right? Grief Karga in his new outfit, that's a dope looking figure right there. So that would be a nice one. I mean, there are other ones you could make, I'm sure.
They could have done I thought that it would have been cool if they did the Moff Gideon for Mando season 3. I love.
I'm sure
outfit.
They probably will.
I'm sure they definitely will.
Yeah, that's very. I want spoiler, but very Iron Man like. So I think.
That's true.
Yeah, so
I didn't
like Iron
expect
Gideon.
that. I didn't expect that to be announced because I was like, they probably need a few months to make it. Like
that's fair.
Give it like 2 months, I think, and then they'll announce it.
One of the ones that's not Star Wars that just real quickly that we may have forgotten about is Namor. Because I have not forgotten about him, because I really want to see that figure, and I know that would look dope on a shelf compared to these two. But
I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But I wish,
bro.
I don't think
it's gonna happen. I'm holding out hope. This and the N1 are gonna drop the same day. They're
Oh
going to
my
drop the
God.
same morning.
Yes.
So, yeah. But anyway, guys, let us know in the chat below. I meant to post a poll. My apologies. I'll post it for the next topic. But yeah, let us know whether you thought this May the 4th was underwhelming or not. I think it was. I think we're all three in consensus here that it was pretty underwhelming. So, you know, I guess we'll see how the rest of the community feels and what the general consensus is. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one.